Hey Sagittarius, this reading is for October 2019 or whenever the messages may find you and resonate. As always, we have the Two of Earth, Two of Coins showing immediately with the Game of Thrones tarot deck that we are using today. If you would like information about that deck, just scroll down to the description box below. So there is an energy of juggling on the table, actively seeking and I think finding balance, but actively seeking balance in your work life, in your finances for a lot of you, Sag. The Two of Spears. The Two of Fire. So 22 on the table. The Star card, Aquarius energy on the table. The Queen of Coins, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. The Knight of Fire, Knight of Spears here in reverse. This is also, or almost always Sagittarius energy for me. Could be Aries or Leo energy. The Tower card, Scorpio energy. An enlightening moment or happening when everything sort of falls apart, so that what is not meant for you and what is not true for you falls away. But often it does feel like that it falls apart. And here we have the Star card, though, is the major arcana card that comes right after that Tower moment, that Tower card. The Hierophant is the third major arcana card on the table. Taurus energy. Okay. The Queen of Cups and the Empress also show up. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy, more Taurus energy, maybe Libra energy, and the Seven of Swords, Seven of Air on the bottom of the deck. Sag. Okay. So Sag, a lot of you are juggling energy. As I said, a lot of you are juggling choices, though. We have with the 2-2 showing up. 22 may hold another message for you. It may just be particularly significant to you for some reason that's personal to you around this time. Again, October 2019 or whenever the message finds you and resonates. The Two of Coins can be juggling options, juggling choices. And the Two of Spears, the Two of Fire, is making choices that are ripple affecting out into your future. Making choices that are going to affect your future, your destiny, possibly the rest of your life. Making choices using your free will, being in control of your destiny to a great extent, having powerful potential because you have that awareness and ability to really utilize your free will to the fullest extent and know it. And it looks like you are heading toward a destiny, a sort of wish or dream becoming true, being granted, or simply knowing yourself better, toward possibly a healing that it will be a lengthy journey in itself, but that has possibly been a long time coming as well. Heading towards some type of healing that you may not have consciously known you needed, or just may not have put on the front burner, on the forefront of your mind for a long time. Because I was also getting the feeling that a lot of you, in juggling your energy at this time, you are you are perhaps burning the candle at both ends, so to speak. You may not have enough time for needed rest, exercise, proper diet, to really prioritize your some need of yours, your emotional needs, your mental needs, your maybe your physical needs, like we were just talking about, meditation time, rest, or even your spiritual needs, making time for the things that really make you feel like you've come alive. And remind you who you truly are and what you truly want. But I think a lot of you are trying to make time for that, which is why I said then some of your physical needs may be suffering, but you may be headed toward this healing that, as I said, maybe has been coming for a long time. And if you're choosing between people here, it looks like ultimately, well, it's confusing. There's just many different messages coming through. So if it is a choice of people, for some of you there is an Aquarius you're dealing with. For others, you're choosing between, it looks like, an Earth energy. So maybe a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, or maybe just somebody who is financially well off. Is a very grounded, practical type of energy, is good with managing a home and or money, and then another feminine energy that actually comes through as a feminine energy, or another feminine energy that is maybe more empathetic, maybe just relies more on how her sense of feeling, how she feels about people and things, and sort of feels her way through, rather than bringing that grounded, practical energy to the table. It's more emotional. She relies on her sense of feeling about people and places and decisions. But it looks like ultimately that more emotional feminine then is certainly a divine feminine counterpart ultimately for someone, as it came through with the Empress card here. Now that's just for those of you, as I said, who are whose choice does have something to do with choosing between people in some way, relationships in some way, not necessarily romantic either, but if not the Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, it could even be two Taurian energies here. Honestly, the Empress and the Queen of Coins are both speaking of Emperor, or of Taurian energy possibly. So for some, that's why I said it's a little confusing to expand on. For some, it could even be two different Taurian energies. But for those that it's not a Taurus or a Pisces, Capricorn, or a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, then I also see that it could just actually be this Aquarian energy. And for a lot of you, it'll be a combination of the signs, which I wouldn't get too hung up on, as always, because we do all have all of those energies in the zodiac in our chart somewhere. So it could just show up highlighting a specific part of someone's chart anyway. So I wouldn't get too hung up on them, but it's always great when they sort of confirm things for us. But you're showing up, Sagittarius, on the lower row of this reading here, sort of as part of what's going on below the surface. In the reverse, I do feel like it's Sag energy, especially in your reading, the Knight of Fire here reversed. But this also could be speaking of someone feeling alienated, someone feeling like they need to take flight, get away from a situation. So for some of you, that's what's coming to the table with you. For others, you're just not feeling like yourself as you juggle these choices, as you juggle these paths, these options. you're just not completely feeling comfortable in your own skin. And again, that can be reflective of the fact that your health could be suffering to some extent, Sag, because you are, like I said, burning this candle at both ends, trying to make a dream come true, trying to make a wish come true, trying to make time for your spiritual needs and what or who you believe is connected to your future, your ultimate destiny, the one that you are choosing, the one you want to create for yourself, but also needing to make time for those things that stabilize you, maintaining your home, taking care of any family or dependents that may be in your life, making time for those people or those jobs, activities that bring in financial, monetary, material security, wealth, a paycheck, resources, what pays the bills, or who, right? Because for some, there's actually, to get even, a little more confusing, there's another message coming through that for some that we're highlighting you juggling people, relationships, jobs, because one of them is financially beneficial and the other one more so speaks to your heart, speaks to your soul, lights you on fire, makes you, actually interested. And, that may be jobs or courses of study for some, but for some it is people that they're engaging in romantic relationships with, but that's just specific for some. So again, I will say you're leaning toward this Aquarian, humanitarian, emotional, empathetic, nurturing, divine feminine energy. Whether that is describing a type of energy you want to step into in your work, in your job activities, or the kind of a person you want to be with, be around, embrace in this situation, choose here. Now, I just did a pick a card reading, Sag, that's actually called This or That, Which Path Should I Choose? So I may link that below for you. I'll try to remember to do that. But either way, it's not difficult to find. It was just a few readings ago. And that could really help. It's, as I said, a pick a card reading, and it looks at both paths. It looks at your choice A, your choice B, or your path this and that. And it goes into the future with each path, offers a piece of advice for each path, and then a third piece of advice for the overall, for your decision-making process in general. So that may be worth looking at for you. There's a little bit more to it than that even for each one, but yeah, that definitely seems relevant here. I think you're really the first sign maybe whose reading I've mentioned that in, because it just seems really like maybe you're the reason why I was inspired to do it. Really, it was like the just Libra season energy sort of inspired it, and it got me thinking. I made you more of those. This sort of looks like the portion of the collective that was maybe energetically asking for it. So we also have the Tower card here and the Hierophant coming through as well. You're coming through really linked to this energy, really connected to this energy. And again, this is all something that's sort of below the surface of the activity that's going on in your life around this time, Sag. But you're coming in really linked to this Queen of Pentacles, this grounded, practical, very wealthy and healthy energy, rich, noble energy, creative and practical energy, crafty energy. You're linked very closely, close ties with that, and I feel like it is an individual around you, but for some of you, those are aspects of yourself. And this Tower card energy, all of these wanting to jump out of the deck together. I feel like you're just really linked and connected to that energy. Like it's you wanting to take flight, to get away from a time or place or people or a place that in general that's making you feel that you're just feeling alienated from. either like that is maybe what this Tower moment is, you just needing to get out of a situation, and almost sort of causing everything to fall apart yourself. Because it also looks like with the Star card and the Hierophant bordering you and the Tower card, it also looks like it's your sort of newfound faith in yourself, in a new path for yourself, in the path that allows you to create the destiny you truly want for yourself, heading towards something that may seem unrealistic to some, but is just this dream and this wish of yours. It's like heading in that direction is almost what causes, or it is the same thing as this Tower card, as everything falling apart. Like you want to choose that wish, you want to choose that dreamy destiny that you believe you can create for yourself. And honestly, it looks like in the reading, it looks like you're in the process of creating it. And so just choosing that path and going in that direction causes everything that you had that may have been stable before, that may actually be secure for you, by just getting away from that. It's like that is what causes this Tower moment. But it also is this newfound faith again in self, in a future path, in your belief in yourself, your destiny, your ability to create it. You're giving yourself hope. It's like you're choosing to tear things down that you don't feel are meant for you. And the Tower card is normally this unexpected upheaval, but in this reading, I'm getting the feeling, Sag, that it's just unexpected for the people around you. Or for some of you, this is going to hit you very suddenly, that you have to get out, you have to get away, the life that you've built isn't for you, but I still get the feeling that it's going to be your choice. It has a lot to do with this having control of your own free will, and so having that powerful potential to dictate your destiny at this time. That might be what I call your reading, if I can remember it. But yeah, Saj, I just see I see you starting, committing deeply to something. So someone that you choose on a different path than the one you're on now, which makes me surprised that I don't see the Lover's card. But some of you are sort of sneaking around as you plan to embark on this new destiny. You are sort of sneaking away, getting away with something. Some of you are. I mean, some of you, there is juggling energy here. That's not always what it means, and it's going to be slightly different for each of you, but I see you ultimately, that newfound faith in self really causing you to form new routines, rituals, habits, traditions, even, and so showing this deeper commitment in just your own individual life too, right? So for some of you, it is with a partner, it is to somebody else, but for a lot of you, it's just committing more deeply to what you want and need in your daily life, or in your work life routine for a lot of you, right? You're committing to a path at large, right? So it's a healer's path, or an artist's path, or a path with a new lover, so committing deeper to your authentic self through choosing that, and then possibly to this activity, the routine it requires, or this other person, the relationship, right? And it's beautiful, it's gorgeous. Again, it's you choosing this tower, you choosing this card, knowing, and I've been feeling that energy myself lately, knowing that this is such a good thing, that yes, a lot of things fall away, but this means that what remains is true and is truly meant for me, right? So it's almost like you causing that yourself, seeing that is what, that in itself is what rejuvenates you, that is what brings you hope, is knowing, like, I can just cause all of this to tumble, I can just leave all of this behind, because it's not really what I want. It's not really what's going to be what I work the hardest for, what fulfills me, and just choosing to let it fall away. And even, like I said, again, for those of you that it strikes you in the moment, and still is very unexpected for you, ultimately it will still be your choice, here to choose the destiny that I think is a little scary, But you'll know which we're talking about here because it's the one that you actually want to create for yourself, Sag. So with that, I do hope you make wise choices moving forward. I love you, Sag, and I will post another reading for you as soon as I can.